have heard, I don't know if everyone had heard that Michael, who was one of our hosts, did you mention Mary? He passed away a couple of days ago. So I wanted to do Medicine Buddha this morning because I mean, it's just not all about me, but I won't be able to make the Medicine Buddha puja this afternoon. So I wanted to, honor him in some way with it. Thank you very much, Mary. And then also, Mary very kindly puts the mantra up there as well. So, so let's just settle into a nice, comfortable seated posture. And it's really, oh, sorry. Thanks, Mary. I keep forgetting about this. There's somebody in the Vajrasattva class called, there's a person called Jennifer who always reminds me. Still can't hear me? Oh, how's that? Is that better? Oh, okay. All right. Now let's settle. Okay. So if you are sitting down at your desk, in front on a table, and your feet are down on the ground, make sure they're parallel so you don't have your legs crossed. And then the knees about a hip's width apart, feet about a hip's width apart. And really try and feel the soles of the feet on the floor. Maybe you can feel your hands can be just on your lap, on top of your thighs, or in the regular meditation mudra. Right hand nestled in the left with the thumbs touching. If you are sitting cross-legged, the regular, meditation position, you can put a couple of cushions under your knees and make sure you've got something underneath your coccyx. It just helps to align the pelvis. Otherwise, we tend to, if we don't have much flexibility in the sacrum area, we tend to just kind of round our back. So this just all helps to keep us aligned. Now imagine your shoulders, as much as you can, try and align your shoulders with your hips without sticking your ribs forward. So just keep your ribs in, have them aligned with your hips, and then your ears aligned with your shoulders as best you can. So you can imagine you're kind of lengthening your Dr. Spock ears and then just gliding them back. And then just imagine your spine is this beautiful string of pearls of light stretching from the base of the spine all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. Just imagine you're lengthening your spine, putting some space in between those vertebrae. And then just go to the crown of the head and relax your scalp. And sometimes you might realize, you might think that you're relaxed. And then you just have a message to yourself. I just relax my face. And then you realize your face is relaxed quite a bit, which means you are holding some tension there. So relax the forehead and the eyebrows and even the eyelashes and the back of the eye, and the nose, the cheeks, the mouth, the back of the tongue, the jaw, back of the head. And relax the ears and the inner ear and the temples and the neck. Now your shoulders, just allow them to sort of drop down. Maybe you can kind of raise them up and just let them plop. And relax the throat and the chest and the belly and all of your limbs. And be aware of your breath sensations. And the air flowing in and out of the nostrils, the rising and the falling of the belly and your chest cavity. And remembering this is a 365-degree action. It's not just stuck up in your chest. And then be aware of any sound in your environment. So trying just to allow those sounds to be there. So try not to follow with the mind. And maybe there's other sensory information, olfactory. So maybe you can smell cooking of some kind, coffee. Or just allow all that sensory information just be where it is. And then notice the mind. I was telling everyone last night, my chiropractor says, don't believe anything you're thinking until you've slept, eaten, or exercised. Such good advice. So notice what's going on in the mind this morning. And maybe try and put some space in between the thoughts. And try not to try not to judge what's there. And just be objective. So and look at your mind with curiosity. It's kind of a much more compassionate view than thinking there's always something wrong with ourselves. Just accept that wherever you're at this morning, that's just completely okay. It's just where you're at. So bring to mind all the people of your life, your loved ones, strangers, people we don't like. So this little meditation here is the first step in developing bodhicitta. In the Lam Rim, this is kind of this big text in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. So it's a sort of a step-by-step path to enlightenment. And sort of towards the end is this developing bodhicitta. And so this developing equanimity is the first step. So we try to see everyone as equal, understanding that these relationships we have with people are interchangeable because of impermanence. And recognizing all these people are really just like you and me. They're no different. They just want to be happy. They don't want to suffer. And they all have this extraordinary capacity for this Buddha mind. So we'll do this medicine Buddha meditation with mantra this morning for the benefit of all these people of our life, all sentient beings, and just thinking particularly of precious Michael, who was a host for so many years, a number of years, always so supportive and kind, super smart. was just always there. And now he's gone. So we just wish him on his way to have either a precious human rebirth or a rebirth in a pure realm. And maybe in a way, maybe he can come back with his physician's mind and wish to help and continue his good work. So I'll share this image of Medicine Buddha. So you can imagine Medicine Buddha above the crown of your head, a couple of inches, and facing the same way as you. And he's sitting on a moon disk, and this rests in the center of an open lotus. His legs are crossed in the traditional meditation posture, which is each foot over the opposite thigh. His body is made of this, this brilliant royal blue light, like sapphire. And we just imagine it's made of light, reflecting light. And his right hand the back of his right hand is resting on his right knee with the thumb and the forefinger touching. And this is the gesture of granting sublime realizations. And he's holding in between the thumb and the forefinger the stem of an aurora plant. His left hand is in his lap in the gesture of concentration, which is that, the palm is facing upwards, and you can imagine he's holding a bowl filled with nectar. This nectar is medicine for purifying all our negativities, all our delusions, all our problems. And he's wearing the 3 saffron robes of a monk and has all the signs and marks of a fully enlightened Buddha. And his face is peaceful and smiling, and he's looking at all living beings in the universe with compassion and loving kindness. So all those people in your life that you don't sort of see as close, the Medicine Buddha just sees them equally, just accepting everybody for who they are, however they're turning up. But just spend a moment imagining this, this Medicine Buddha above the crown of your head, this healing Buddha. And if, there's quite a bit of detail there in the image, and if that's all too much for your mind, just imagine a ball of blue light. It contains all the healing energy, all the wisdom, all the enlightened energy in the universe. All the healers in the universe contained in this little ball of light above the crown of your head. You can also imagine this is the mind of your teacher, manifesting in this form for your benefit. We can recite a few little prayers. You can just listen if you don't know them. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And the 4 immeasurables. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger that holds some close and others distant. So I'll say the prayer to the medicine Buddha 3 times. And so it's almost like you just, when you say these prayers, say, for example, to the medicine Buddha or to Tara, it's almost like you're invoking them. You're kind of bringing them, you're kind of inviting them to come into the room. And there was one time, most of you know Judith here, her husband Jack, who passed away just before the pandemic. He would sit in his meditation and imagine that Lama Zopa Rinpoche was in the room. And then one time they would often, Jack and Judith would go to the airport every time Rinpoche arrived or left. And one day Rinpoche said to Jack, "I'll see you in your meditation." So, you might think this is all make believe at some point, but there's a lot of things we don't know, we don't understand. And the veil is thinner for some than others. So anyway, we just imagine we're sort of making a request to the medicine Buddha. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, king of sapphire light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, king of sapphire light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, king of sapphire light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. So now imagine infinite rays of radiant white light flowing down from the heart and the body of the medicine Buddha. And this light fills your body and purifies all disease and afflictions and the causes of these diseases and afflictions, your negative karma, delusions, mental obscurations. And you imagine all these negativities leave your body in the form of thick black liquid like engine oil. And your body then becomes clean and clear as crystal. And you can also imagine that all beings are being purified in the same way. Your friends, your enemies, your strangers. You can even imagine Michael's here with us. So just imagine, maybe some of you have people who are sick that just imagine them here, or imagine them, the same thing happening to them as well. O Jaya Chom Bekanze Bekanze Mo Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soha Jaya Chom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soha Jaya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soha Jaya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Jaya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soham. Now, as we recite the mantra again, just imagine light flowing from the medicine Buddha. So you can imagine golden light this time. That's what they, traditionally use for receiving blessings. And this light fills your body and brings all the realizations of the path to enlightenment and all the qualities of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. And you can imagine that the same thing is happening to all the other beings, all those people of your life. And feel that you and all the other beings have actually received all of these excellent qualities. And you've received the blessings and the inspiration of the medicine Buddha. O Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Moha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soham Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soham Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha. We'll just recite the rest of the mala. So for those of you you have a mala, just count it. Otherwise, I will keep continuing to count and I'll let you know when we're finished. Ta-ta. Vacancy, vacancy, ma, vacancy, vacancy. Vacancy, vacancy, ma, vacancy, vacancy. Raja Samangati. So now imagine the medicine Buddha melts into light. It's blue light, just absorbs into you through the crown. And just imagine you can feel this light moving past your third eye chakra, through your throat chakra and down to your heart center. And it just absorbs into you. And your mind becomes one with the enlightened minds of all the Buddhas, your teachers. And just let your mind rest there for a moment in this state that's completely clear and peaceful and free from its usual busy thoughts and conceptions. Really feel that this is your true nature, this freedom. Let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy of this meditation for the benefit of all these people of our life, for ourselves as we're moving along our own spiritual path, and then for Michael. And may he be having a perfect transition to a precious human rebirth or a pure realm, a good rebirth. All right, everybody. Mary, thank you so much for hosting. Lots of love, everybody. I'm sorry I won't be there this afternoon, but I'll be thinking of you, and I look forward to seeing some of you this evening. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Goodbye.